Hi, this is Maria. Welcome to my craft room. Today we're making a happy birthday card using Hues of Happiness and Happiness Abounds. Before we get started, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you click the notification bell, you will get notified when I post a new video. Let's get started. Okay, so today we're going to be making a variation of this card. This is Mossy Meadow. This is Hues of Happiness DSP. This flower here, I simply fussy cut, I hand cut the flower to get this here. Okay, there is a sentiment in the inside and a stamped flower and a little leftover piece from when I cut this down. All right, so we are using Happiness Abounds stamp set. This is a photopolymer stamp set. We've got sending many thanks for all you do. Congratulations. You are wonderful in every way. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. Friend, best wishes, happy birthday, and all of these flowers. We're also using some DSP, Hues of Happiness. Very bright colors, lots of flowers. You get 2 of each pattern. This is 12 by 12. Very pretty paper. A lot of flowers, a lot of flowers. If you don't like flowers, turn it over and you've got beautiful backgrounds. You got just stunning. Okay, very pretty paper. Okay, you can find all of this in the annual catalog, May 22 through April of 23. If you go to page 109, you've got Hues of Happiness here, Happiness Abounds stamp set right here. If you choose to get the bundle, you get 10% off. Hues of Happiness bundle will give you the photopolymer, the paper, and also the dots. Okay. If you choose to just get the smaller bundle, you also get 10% here. You get the stamps and the dies. Okay. We are going to be using stamps and paper. And something I wanted to mention, these colors here depict what's the colors that are used in your stamp in your paper, but if that's not a complete list though. So if you find the paper back in the paper section on page 132, this description will give you all the colors listed for each paper. They'll each have a description, and you'll get the colors that are used in that particular paper. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. So we're going to be using Mossy Meadow and Gorgeous Grape, 2 colors that are found in this paper. Just put them aside. I'm going to, actually, this is your cutting instructions. You need a Gorgeous Grape, 8.5 by 11, scored in half to make a 5.5 by 4.25 base. Okay, you're going to need one 4 by 5.25 piece of basic white. This will go inside. You're going to need a DSP layer, 4 by 5.25. This will go on the front here. You need a sentiment layer, 4 by 1, a mat for this, 4.25 by 1.25, and a scrap of Gorgeous Grape. All right, so let's get this started. I'm gonna grab my piercing mat because we're going to be stamping and my stamps are photopolymer. So we need something cushy. If you don't have a pierce mat, you can use a mouse pad. Let's get a little closer here. All right. So we're going to use this as inspiration. But we're going to stamp over here. We're going to make a different card though. Alright, so we've got Happy Birthday, and I'm going to stamp this in Mossy Meadow. And we're going to go a little bit towards the right. Make sure we have room for the flower. Happy birthday. Okay. And then on the inside, we're going to use Mossy Meadow again. Wishing you all the happiness you can imagine. And we're going to center that. And we're going to put a flower down here in the corner. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat so we can stamp off the paper, and I'm going right into the Gorgeous Grape, and we will go off the side here. Perfect. All right, so that is all of our stamping done. Let's go ahead and put this together. Okay, so we have a purple Gorgeous Grape card base, and we're going to get our DSP and put it and go ahead and assemble this. All the measurements, if you missed that on screen, are going to be found on my blog, and you'll have a link to that in the video description. So I'm just going to attach this using liquid glue. I'll line it up. So this card is going to be similar but not the same as my sample. So with my sample, I used a white base and layered my mat inside of that. This one, we're just using Gorgeous Grape as a base layer, so I can see that beautiful purple on the edges, and that is why we needed a white to go inside. Otherwise, you won't be able to see your sentiment. So let's go ahead and put that in here. Again, liquid glue, just because it's a little bit more forgiving when you're attaching this. And we'll put this right in here. Okay, let's put our sentiment together. And we'll attach this with dimensionals. This is a pretty easy card. Nothing fancy. I like making easy cards. All right. So we'll attach this close to the bottom so we still see the pretty flowers. Very nice. And now we're going to use a punch. Instead of cutting out the flowers from the DSP, the Perennial Flower Punch is on clearance right now. So I suggest you get a punch. I love punches because they just make life so much easier than having a fussy cut. That fussy cutting took a while. So it takes a lot of patience. So we're going to cut 3 of these right out of a scratch piece of Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to grab my silicone mat again, just because I'm going to use a water pen here. I need Gorgeous Grape. We're going to give it a little detail. Since we don't have a stamp set to go with this. We had a stamp set, but it retired a while back. So I'm just literally painting on in the gorgeous grate. Okay, that's it for that part. We'll go ahead and close this up. And now I'm going to go back to my pierce mat. And I'm just using a pokey tool here to give, and rubbing these in to give the flowers some dimension. See how they stand up a little bit? If you don't have one of these, just a rounded pen would do. To give, just so the flowers are not so flat. Okay, now I'm just going to put these together with some glue. We'll offset these just a little bit, and I'm using glue specifically here so that I can move the petals a little bit if I need to rearrange them, so I can position them a little better. Okay. Give them a little dimension. Very nice. And we can attach this to our card. And we're almost done. Very pretty. And a little embellishment on the top. On this card I used basic pearls, but since I need something in the center here, I'm going to use, these are retired, but these are gold glitter enamel dots. So there are other dots currently for sale, and also that come with this suite if you choose to get all of them. That will match it perfectly, but this is what I had. So we're going to do this. And then we'll call that done. I like the fact that we can coordinate colors, and we have very similar cards, and you get such a different effect when you have that white background. It tends to stand up a little more, but I like them both really. And you can fussy cut your flowers, or you can use a punch and make your own. And we have a hidden Mickey. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified of new videos. Thanks for watching.